We are finally leaving Eldean Marina in Holland. 7 days we stayed here.
Can you turn on the sink and let the pressure out, please?
Sure. And we're getting final preparations here, and Ed's unhooking water right now, and it's dead calm out there, just like our little app told us. Just can't remember the name of it. I think it's Windfinder or something. Pretty on. And we will be heading out. We got the dinghy that we can't lift up because it goes up on the port side. So we're going to pull out a little ways there, and that's a place we've anchored before. Right before we go out, and then pull the dinghy up before we take off. And we will finally be on our way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But we did have a really nice time while we were here. It was good we stayed. Some friends came over, spent 3 nights with us. We drove all over the place, went up to down to South Haven, up to Grand Haven another day, toured Holland, which we couldn't if we did not have a car because it's just too far from any of the marinas to see the city. And our neighbors got an interesting boat here. They've done the loop already once, and they're working on their boat before they head, I guess, to its final destination in Alabama. So goodbye. Goodbye, Holland. On our way. Okay, this is where we're at. Parked at Eldean Shipyard. And we usually anchor right out here, but the winds have been crazy. 20-25 mile an hour winds. Huge waves coming in. It's been like, even in the slip, it's been rocking and rolling, and not a lot of fun. We did okay. We left that slip right over there, and yeah, that's where we stayed and rocked and rolled for a week. And we are pulling the dinghy out. There wasn't any room in there to get it up since we were tied up on our port side, and that's the side that Davit brings it up on. So I'm going to pause now and bring it up. Look how calm it is out here. Okay, my job here is to hang out in the pilot house in case I gotta put it in gear if for any reason. We don't like to leave it unattended, but it is so calm out here. It's just sitting still in the middle of this bay where we like. It's a great anchorage if you want to have a place to anchor when you come into Holland, just right inside the channel on the right hand side. There's also the municipal marina right over here, and that's right across from where we stayed at Eldean's. And Eldean's has a pool and a jacuzzi, so, but it's quite expensive, but a good place to go if it's bad weather. And it's pulling the dinghy over to get it on the Davit. You can also see the back of the boat with that camera. And of course, things never go as smoothly as you think they're going to go. We thought we'd just pull out here, pull up the dinghy, and take off, but for some reason it is not working as well as kind of seems to be struggling. So Ed went down to look at the circuit breaker, I think, down there. We turned this on to check and make sure we had enough power. So Ed's been down in the engine room, and now he's got the book out because he thinks maybe a circuit breaker might have popped. We had a ton of rain and storms, and well, so far we have been here for 43 minutes, and I'm gonna let Ed explain what's going on with the Davit when he's done trying to fix it. Okay, we are finally leaving Holland. Going out the channel. Got some people out here. Here we are. Going out. I'm out on the back of the boat for a little different view. And it's beautiful. It is cool. It was in the 40s this morning. Can you believe that? For June. It's cold in Michigan sometimes. There's the beach. Gorgeous beach. I think it's rated one of Michigan's top beaches. Really nice. Beautiful sand. Always cold water though. No matter what. What's really nice about these beaches we've noticed is they have these stands, you can probably see right there, where they put life jackets all over. They're everywhere. For people to borrow, leave one to share. They really try to protect people, the young children. And they're going in and they have rings on all those posts. Because it, it can be crazy out here. It can be crazy out here. Fishermen? Not on the end. And there is where we're going, Lake Michigan. Head Lighthouse. Beach on that side, but that looks kind of private, like private homes on that side. And this side is the public beach. Here's the end. Always a fisherman or two out there. Let's see how it looks. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty calm. I think we're gonna have a good ride today. Here's what it's like on Lake Michigan on a nice calm day. We're just cruising on a plane. Going how fast are we going? 23 miles per hour. I'm gonna take you outside.
Beautiful day on Lake Michigan. Couldn't ask for a better one.
towards Lake Michigan, that's all you see is water and sky. Beautiful. It's a real cool, crisp day today in June. We are pulling into Manistee, Michigan, and there's something interesting here that we don't usually see. It looks like some kind of a hotel or resort. Over here on the right, we think it was being built when we were here before, but so it's fairly new. We're going to check it out. And here is the entrance to Manistee. Right on the right. Should be green on the left, but I don't really see any green, but you get the picture anyways. And yeah, they have some things built out here, it looks like, right when you're coming out. Another little hotel over there. This one's pretty though, it's a pretty blue one. That big red building, when you first go in there, is a big Coast Guard station. And there's a beach over on the left. This area right behind here, you can anchor in. We have never done it, but it looks like it's pretty calm in there. I don't know if I'd want to do it on a real bad day, but the breaker must break things up enough to make it pretty good. You go into the little beach area. Kind of a nice thing. Here's a little closer view of the Coast Guard station and the beach. It's too cold for anybody to be out there. And it feels chilly out here. The wind is crisp. And they got a nice little park here on this side for this beach. Some areas you can have picnics in. It's like a little bathroom, and behind there's that blue building. And here we are going in. One boat coming out. If you go down this little channel here, there's a neighborhood. We like to take the dinghy and go drive around in that. It's cute back there. And there's that new blue building. Probably walk out there and check that out, see what it is. You can walk right up the whole side of here. There's a walkway from the marina. This is Manistee Marina. We are going to be in slip number 5. Which I think might be that one right there. And first we're gonna go up to the fuel. The girls are waiting for us there. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, we got the Davit repaired enough to get this in. It looks like the cable's not damaged. So what happened was at the very end of the Davit, I don't know if you want to show it, there's a pulley that the cable goes over. And because we left the dock early in the morning, normally Maureen and I lower the Davit in ourselves. It's very easy for 2 people, and I've done it one person before, but she was maneuvering the boat out in Lake, whatever that lake was, Makatawa, and I had to do the Daviting myself. and I had some slack in the cable. This is a little bridle we had made. The hook for the davit goes in here. There was slack, and as I pushed the davit and swung the dinghy over to the side where you lift it, it must have pulled the cable out of the pulley up where it could bind, and therefore it had to work extra hard. It blew the fuse to the davit, and that cascaded into blowing the fuse for the alternator, so then our batteries weren't charging and this davit was stuck. And we were able to get the davit up, but I finally figured out the alternator had a circuit breaker on it that I found today, and I'm going to remove this bridle, and we're back in action without any serious damage other than a little bit of ego, and hopefully an interesting video.
And now we get to go for a dinghy ride and
Manistee.
go into Manistee down the river and go into Manistee for lunch. Yay!
Some of the sights to see when you're in Manistee on Manistee Lake, which is just under 3 bridges, and railroad bridge stays open all the time, but it is the U.S. Coast Guard Arcadia. It's a retired Coast Guard ship, and then the city of Milwaukee, I don't know if they call this Milwaukee, but it's a very large ship that used to go back and forth across Lake Michigan. It's retired here now. I believe there's tours and things of it, but we haven't been on it. All right, another interesting stop is the Meds Cafe. They used to have a little dinghy dock, but their customers were a little bit too medicated and have taken out the dock, so you need a car to get to the Meds Cafe nowadays. Not a place we would tend to go.
It says recreational adult use cannabis.
What's that mean? Right next to the Coast Guard.
Next to the Coast Guard. Watching every move you make. I have never seen a mom swan with babies.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow.
We're back in Manistee Lake, where a river comes in, and it's just a very natured, pretty spot.
Look at that. That's so cool. Love that.
Part of the fishing fleet in Manistee. These places all have their campers too. It's an RV park, but every spot's got its own dock. So if you want to bring your boat on a trailer and put it in, have access to Lake Michigan and the Manistee River. Dollars in rods and reels, my gosh. We're at the Bluefish Grill. This is our stop on the Manistee River. You can get here by dinghy, and there's the river. And the dinghy dock is right down past this deck here. It's quite a climb up, but it's a great dinghy ride up and down the river. Here for lunch at the Bluefish Grill. We've got Maureen ordered the, what is that, hon?
Shrimp po' boy.
Shrimp po' boy. And I've already taken a bite out of my Cuban panini. And we're enjoying the time at the outdoor seating. We'll let you see the indoor seating on our way out. We're inside the Bluefish Grill. Very nice bar, plenty of ample seating, and we had been sitting out on the balcony for our lunch. The Bluefish Grill has a quite impressive wine collection, and if you have a larger party and want privacy, there's a really interesting stairways going upstairs. And this is the boardwalk that's all along the shoreline in Manistee. It takes you right out to the beach and right in to the marina downtown. And it's not that far. It's a really interesting trail. It goes underneath all these beautiful trees. There's some switchbacks there as you go up and down. So we're a little further down the river coming inland, and you see here we're going by the fishing fleet. And up above the marinas, there's that boardwalk that you take. And you can jump on a fishing boat right here. I'm sure catch lake trout. There's actually a little tournament going on with the scoreboard up there that we looked at. We're pretty happy with our spot here in Manistee. You can see Freebird's got a nice wide slip, very well manicured garden area.
Here's where you can get some fuel and pump out if you need to. And very, very cute little place you can go in. They have a little lounge and everything you would need. This restaurant is Taco Bout It. Fresh margaritas and some really good fresh Mexican food. We ate up there, and we're probably going to go up there and eat again and get some video for you. But this is a place you can come by dinghy.
The red dock over there is their dinghy dock. It's a little difficult to get out of a little dinghy. It's better suited for a larger boat, but it will work if you can climb.
You can pull in here and order, and they will deliver to your boat. Yesterday we drove through this bridge, and the left side was down. There were a lot of guys down there working on it. And apparently someone drove off the right side right into the water, so today they have both sides up. Just kidding. This is Bluefish. We had lunch here today. Ed took some interior photos and videos, and you can come here to this dock, but...
The dock's down there.
Oh, that's not the dock?
No.
Okay.
Morning.
Okay, there is a dock down there, and it is a good dock. We didn't come by dinghy, but...
We're taking our morning walk along the boardwalk in Manistee, and the fishing fleet is all coming back in early today because it was just a stellar day out there. Walked by a couple boats so far, and everybody had their limit. Another one's coming in, and it's barely 10 o'clock in the morning. Normally they're out to noon at least, so the only reason you come back early is if you limit out early. So the lake is kind today to all the fishermen. We're out at the beach in Manistee, and we just ran into these really interesting clouds that are dropping some rain to the north of us. The rain falls out of the clouds as they're moving and probably evaporates before most of it hits the ground. And Lake Michigan is fairly calm today. There's the Manistee Lighthouse, really nice one. It's on the other side of the river than the marina's on, so we haven't walked out to it. A lot of fishing boats coming back in early. It was a good day for fishing. And Manistee does have a very protected area if you just want to duck in here and drop an anchor, especially if the wind's out of the southwest. You're real protected without going upriver. I missed the beginning of this guy. He's off the back of the boat, headed out of Manistee. This fisherman coming in had to deal with him taking up the majority of the channel. It's like an old freighter converted into a barge. Or maybe it was built that way. Actually, I think I saw this thing out in the lake when we were headed over from Chicago. So it's still in use. And interesting setup. Sorry I missed the very beginning of it. The front of that barge looks just like a regular freighter, lake freighter.
It's already got it filleted.
Put some stuff away.
Our current situation.
Lots of wildlife along the edge of the Manistee River here. These deer must be very used to people. We watched one last night. This one's giving us the move like, are you really there?
Yeah. It's pretty. We're not gonna hurt you. We're just checking you out.
I'm afraid to start the dinghy. That noise it makes is gonna scare it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's getting freaked.
Disturbing its peace, poor thing.
He's afraid to turn his back on us. We're not gonna hurt you. You're okay.
We're floating away.
That's good. It didn't put its tail up and run. It's just...